Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Third video today. I know. It's like there's an anniversary in a game I play happening or something. I wasn't gonna make a video about this, but I figured I would. I talked about it a little on stream, and it is in regards to the Hero Rises interim results. Very cool. If you're unaware, this is the event where you get any character currently in the game potentially for free. The FEH channel announced that there would be a top 8 banner rather than what they did last year, which was a top 4 voting gauntlet banner. So anybody that made it through the first round from top 8. And then I think they had a losers banner of 8 from the top 12. Or I guess technically 5th through 12, if we want to get technical about it. Anyway, the point is, anywhere from 4 to 12 heroes would have been on the banner regardless. Now they're doing the top 8. So the top 8 heroes voted in Hero Rises are going to be on the banner regardless. The one that wins the voting gauntlet will be given to every player for free for a limited amount of time, usually like a 30 or 60 day period. You can log in and pick it up. Okay. That's the TLDR. Okay. Now look. I have a certain rule around Fayversary time, and that is you are allowed to be selfish during Choose Your Legends. Okay. You're allowed to be selfish and vote your favorite. When it comes to a Hero Rises, you got to think collectively for the good of the player base, okay? So something everybody can need, right? The problem with Heroes is that now the game's so GD complicated that there's not just one best singular hero for the entire player base's barracks. There are several really good, nearly optimal options, but ultimately it would depend on the role that you need to fill that you don't quite have completely flushed out yet. Okay. It's not like the first one where everybody voted because they were like, oh, Legendary Ike is legitimately just the best unit in the game. And I know what you're thinking. Legendary Ike? Really? Yes. Legendary Ike. There was a point in time where Legendary Ike was legitimately the best unit in the game, bar none. That's just how it was. The game is much more complicated now. Okay. That's the TLDR. So, when I scroll through here, I have a couple pauses. I have some pausey moments. Okay. Number 1, we do not pick standard pool units, okay? Especially brave units. They show up on banners throughout the year. They will show up on skill banners. They will show up more frequently on remix banners. They will show up undoubtedly in revival banners. All of those types of things. They'll even show up on Hero Swiss banners. Not to mention they all come back during Choose Your Legends every year. So it's almost like you have a guaranteed rate up on them multiple times a year. Guaranteed. Do not waste your vote on this one, okay? I understand that there are some units in here that seem really, really good. And they are really, really good. But the Hero Rises is more so, in my opinion, about a rarity check. And while Felix and Ira are both really good, and they're, god swords to an extent, they function differently. One offers some more support on your team overall. One can Gale Force into Oblivion. Okay? Oblivion pun check. The point is, they fulfill a similar role in that they are what you might consider an attack carry or a main DPS. Okay? One is much rarer than the other. and is only ever going to be on a 1 of 3 color share rate up until she gets, remixed inevitably years from now, and she's in a 1 on 2 rate up. You're never going to get her in a standalone banner. Okay, she's always going to be color sharing. You're never going to have a guaranteed rate up chance of getting her singularly, right? That makes her rare. Not to mention, she is likely going to show up on the legendary banners 3, maybe 4 times a year. So, do you see the difference? I know this seems real tempting, but you're going to have cracks at that. Same thing with Summer Golvig, or any seasonal hero for that matter. And I got no beef with Duo Hathran, okay? But you're guaranteed to see her every January. You're guaranteed to see her every July. She can triple action. Yes, that is true. And yes, I do make Golvig seem like completely busted. It's true. However, when you're thinking about that, maybe choose something else that's rare that fills out a need that your barracks might prefer. Now, granted, I'm glad that this is not Brave Golvig. I'm glad you all recognize that at least it's a limited unit in some capacity. That's good. Proud of you guys for that. Emblem Marth is a bit of a head scratcher, and I know I just said, rarity, that's important. Emblem Marth as a unit has already been power crept a year later, unironically, in January by Ira. Okay. But the Marth ring is still really, really good. That said, the Fate channel told y'all he was going to be on a Hero Fest. He's on a banner literally right now. You could summon for him right now with increased rates. You could do that today. Okay? Look, it's right here. It's right there. It's right there, bro. He's right there. He's right there. You don't need him on the Hero Rises banner. You don't need him for free. You could get him right now. Go get him right now if you need him. There are some questionable choices. I have definitely seen worse in terms of Hero Rises interim results. But at the same time, it could be better. Now, that said, there is a really solid top 8 in here. I would argue there's a really solid top 10. So it is salvageable. It could definitely be worse. Now, that was for my homies, the casual players. If I may address any tryhards, fellow creators, sweats, if you will, any and all who perhaps look down on the casual player, my people. I like to think of myself as an advocate for the casual player. Okay. I myself am not a casual player. I am I am a daily player. I just don't try that hard. I have the login frequency of a sweat with, the consistency of a casual. So my point is, don't blame casual players, okay? Look, it's not their fault that they get absolutely owned every freaking Ether Raids map they play, where Felix just comes and, obliterates them and their lives, okay? It's not their fault. They don't know, okay? Just because they don't live on Twitter or YouTube, that's okay. Don't blame casual players. Casual players keep the game alive, okay? We are large in number. Also, not the time to be turning on other players. All right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, my casual people, if I may once again address you, don't vote for Felix. I also wouldn't recommend voting for Fjorm or Golvig, or honestly Marth. I think honestly a top 10 to look at here. I think Athos, Ira, Celica, Famortis, Hector, Hathran, Lucina, Lynn, Sigurd, either of the Neathogre. I think you're in good shape. Any of those picks, okay? But ultimately, anybody that's been released within, especially the last 6 months, and is limited in some capacity, you're probably doing all right. Okay, you're probably doing all right. So that's the that's the Hero Rises interim results situation. Which I will probably take a moist critical approach and label this video the AHR interim results are situation is crazy, something like that. Anyway, I'm tired. This is the third video I've done today. Please stop making content, Faye. This is difficult. It's hard to keep. I have a life I have a family, Faye. Please. Let me live my life. Anyway, I'm out of here. Vote responsibly. This is my ballot, by the way, just so I can be transparent and be like, yep, see, I'm following my own rules. Probably not going to vote for Bridget anymore, though, because she's not here. And also, historically, anybody who's not been in the top 20 definitely has no shot of hitting the top 8. So you should probably consolidate your votes on someone within this roster. Okay. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. That's why I voted for Athos tonight. And I knew Ira would be there, which is why I voted for her day 1. Anyway, thank you for watching. I appreciate you. See you later. Bye-bye. Also, this is not a direct call out to any one particular person or group of people. Let's all just be nice to each other and not blame everybody for stuff, because Choose Your Legends was already toxic enough. Okay? W viewer. Thank you. Have a good night. Bye-bye.